So tattoos, body piercings, and aesthetic genital plastic surgery can positively affect sexual satisfaction and attractiveness, but have a complex and inconclusive relationship with risky sexual behavior. Body modifications and sexual health, impact of tattoos, body piercings, and aesthetic genital plastic surgery on the sexual health of women and men. Okay, now we're getting into piercings as well. So impact of tattoos and body piercings and aesthetic genital plastic surgery. I'm assuming that's tightening up the meat flaps. You know, I guess is the way they call that surgery. Maybe I'm getting that wrong. You guys let me know in the comments. Anyway, so this one was published in 2017, body modifications, key findings. So on tattoos and piercings. So these modifications, particularly genital piercings, positively influence sexual satisfaction and perceived sexual attractiveness in both men and women. So there's a positive aspect to genital piercings, apparently. So when you get to chicks with pierced clits and the like, apparently, according to the study anyway, there's a positive perceived sexual attractiveness in both the men and women. So the women feel hotter, and the men that they're with are, I guess, more attracted to these women with genital piercings. They enhance feelings of sexual appeal and are controversially associated with high-risk sexual. Oh, there you go. So it's associated with high-risk sexual behaviors, with mixed evidence on this link. But there's an association with high-risk sexual behavior. So basically, what's a high-risk sexual behavior? I don't know. Behind the dumpster with no protection at the club, probably, you know, would be an example of that. So not not desirable, if we can put it that way. You know, while they might associate higher levels of quote unquote satisfaction, it's not something that I think that you would want to parade around after she finds you when she's had her fun, sort of thing, if you know what I mean. So, and then the next point here in the key findings is aesthetic genital plastic surgery. The study highlights growing interest in these procedures, which significantly impacts female genital self-perception and behavior, sexual behavior specifically, often improving confidence and sexual experience. So they're basically saying that genital plastic surgery, which is I'm assuming tightening up the meat flaps, is improving their confidence and experience. Okay, fine, whatever. Psychological impact, body modifications are seen as invasive interventions resulting in semi-permanent or permanent changes to the body, influencing psychological aspects of sexual health, such as self-esteem and body image. Let's go to the conclusion. So tattoos, body piercings, and aesthetic genital plastic surgery can positively affect sexual satisfaction and attractiveness, but have a complex and inconclusive relationship with risky sexual behavior. I didn't take the study results and the key findings as inconclusive. It seemed pretty conclusive that there's a higher association to risky, what do they call it? High-risk sexual behaviors. Okay, so complex, inclusive, it was risky sexual behaviors, which they stated earlier in the summary, which Brock stated earlier in the summary anyway, that there's an association with these procedures with higher risk sexual behaviors. Anyway, the study underscores the need for further research to better understand these dynamics and the psychological implications. I mean, I can tell you right now, like anybody that's piercing their clit or their dick or anything like that, I don't know. You guys do you, you know, like people are going to do what they're going to do anyway, but just not ideal behavior, in my opinion, you know, to mutilate that part of your body. Okay, so the next one here is summarize the study on the website, National Studies, titled Alexithymia in People with Tattoos. Now, I'm just going to copy and paste that because I didn't Google search that. So give me 1 second. I'm going to open up another tab because I have no idea what alexithymia means. Alexithymia means no words for emotion, is a personality trait characterized by difficulties in identifying, understanding, and describing one's own emotions, leading to disconnect from internal feelings and impacts of relationships. So no word, so interesting. So numbness, essentially. Okay. And the study titled Numbness, I'm just going to use the word numbness in people with tattoos, alexithymia, new word you guys all learned today. Published 2024, so this is a more recent one, National Library website. Personal trait conducted in Poland, so this was in Poland, that's interesting. Study population, 403 participants, 200 individuals tatted, 203 non. Most participants had one tattoo, commonly located on forearms and palms, 29%, with plant motifs, 21%, and expressions of personality, 20%. What the hell is a plant motif? That's a tattoo of a plant? Is that what they're trying to say there? When in doubt, let's get it clarified. What's a plant motif? Decorative designs featuring flowers or other botanical elements. Okay, so this is like when you see chicks with like sleeve tattoos with flowers and stuff like that. Why don't they just say crazy bitches with sleeve tattoos of flowers, plant motifs? Anyway, let's keep going. Tattoo type, non-verbal tattoos, images, symbols. Okay, so they're just breaking down the type, whatever. Methodology, okay. Study compared to, we already know that. Conclusions, okay. Tattooed individuals have a higher prevalence of alexithymia, which we're just going to translate into numbness, compared to non-tattooed individuals. So again, let's just copy and paste this back over my other open tab. I'm trying to make sure this fits in so that it reads right. Does this flow? Personality trait characterized by difficulty identifying, understanding, and expressing emotions. So, yeah, numbness. I mean, that's basically the easiest way to define it. So, tatted women have a higher degree of numbness. Interesting. Okay. Compared to non-tattooed individuals, those with non-verbal tattoos are more likely to exhibit numbness than those with verbal tattoos. So, depending on whether it's a flower or they write some shit down their arm, which you see a lot of, these days, or on their wrist or something like that. Potential link between tattoo type and emotional expressions. So nonverbal are more likely. Oh, that's interesting. So the ladies with the flower sleeve tats are more likely to exhibit numbness than those with the words that they tattoo on their arms and bodies and stuff like that. Okay. The study suggests that tattooed individuals, particularly those with nonverbal tattoos, may warrant clinical attention for alexithymia screening. Study suggests tattooed individuals, particularly those with picture tattoos on their body, so women with picture tattoos on their body, may warrant clinical attention for numbness screening, essentially. So this is a personality disorder, the way that they're describing it. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.